You could be doing everything right when you're trading, everything right, and you still lose. You gotta think smarter in 2026 because it's people. All right, so we made it to 2026. Before we get deep into 26, I need to recap 2025 because if you want to know the real thing about trading, it's not what it all seems. And I'm here to testify and tell you my journey and tell you what I experienced over the years of trading, because social media paints a picture of trading as nothing but wins, green arrows going up, Lamborghinis, and fast, no emotions, no stress. But I'm here to tell you it's really not like that, y'all. It does involve emotions. It does involve trading alone. You feel alone sometimes when you're trading. Because here's the thing. You could be doing everything right when you're trading, everything right, and you still lose. How is that? Is it the market? Is it rigged? No, it's not rigged. The market is not rigged. I'm here to tell you, the charts go up and down every day. You really don't have a say-so where it's gonna go or what is it gonna do. You only can do technical analysis, you can do your research, and you can study, and you could possibly have an edge on to predict where it's gonna go. But it doesn't look like that in social media. It looks like big wins. But I'm here to tell you, was some losses I experienced, and I wanna share that with you today in this video. Now, one thing that I will tell you, trading tests your patience, tests your ego, and it tests your emotions. It tests your will to survive. But here's the thing that you need to keep in mind. The longer you can stay in it, the more you're gonna learn, the more you're gonna win, and the more you're gonna level up. So if you can keep those three things and do those three things, you will survive in the trade. You gotta look at I look at trading as kind of like a game. When you're playing that game, if you mess up, game is over. That's what trading. If you get in there and blow your account, the game is over. You can start off with $100, $1,000, $2,000. And I did this before. Started off with $2,000, started off with $5,000, and got all the way down to zero. Blew everything. And it was because discipline, my emotions, and mainly because it was mistakes that I made. I made those mistakes. The market's gonna do what it's gonna do. Sometimes I didn't have a stop loss. I went somewhere, came back, I'm down, I'm negative. Or sometimes I didn't take profit when I seen the profit. I was in the green, up 20%, but I got a little greedy. I wanted 50%. And guess what happened? The trade said, you didn't want to take it today, tomorrow, how you like red? And that's what happened, y'all. Honest the truth. So trading is a wonderful thing because you can make a lot of money. You could get financial freedom, and you could go about and trade anywhere in the world. Who would want that? Who would want that? Why I fell in love with trading is, and what made me stop and say, I need to figure this out. I should have been taught this way back then. The day I took $100 and I bought a stock, I did options. In a matter of 1 hour, that $100 turned into $700 real quick. And I said, $700 in an hour off a $100 investment? I said, wait a minute. Some people work all week just to make that. So they can make that. I made that in 1 hour. So that changed my mind. And then I did something else wonderful. I took $200 and turned it into $1,300. And I said, wait a minute. And I did that in 20 seconds. And that's what blew my mind. And then I was locked in soul. But here's the thing. When you first get into trading, you kind of don't know what you're doing. You're freestyling. Especially if you don't have a guide, or you're not in a community, or you don't have a mentor. You're just freestyling. I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna lose your money. You're gonna blow a count, and you may have a couple wins, but you're not gonna know how you got those wins. And that's just how it is. Because I got some wins and I really didn't know what I was doing when I was trading. I didn't know how to repeat that. I was in a community and listened to somebody say, hey, buy this, buy that. I did it and I won. But then after that, I didn't know how to keep duplicating and keep winning. And that's what trading. You have to study those things. You got to know the chart. You got to know your support, resistance. You have to know the lingo. You got to know how to maneuver the car as I want to call it. When I call it the car, I call it the broker, the platform, that whatever you're trading on. You got to know the tools. Some people trade off of a lot of things. They may have a monitor up, and then they have it on their phone, and they clicking a button and trading on their phone, and then they're looking at the monitor. It's so many ways to trade. Some people trade with just straight the broker, where they can look at the screen and set their stops and move up their stop loss, move down, move up to take profit and take profit. It's so many ways to trade. And you could trade all different ways. You could buy shares, you could buy options, you can do spreads, you can trade futures. I mean, it's so many. It's just what you feel comfortable in your style. But one thing that I want to say, if you're going to get into trading, once you get into it, you have to learn a strategy. Whatever works for you. Some things don't work for a lot of people. Some people trade low cap stocks. Some people trade the Mag 7 like Apple, Microsoft, Google. They trade big companies. Whatever you're good at. Some people are good at scalping. Some people could come in and get in and out in 5 or 10 seconds or 30 seconds. Some people are not that fast. Some people don't know how to press the buttons. Some people need to do swings, where they buy a company and they do a little research and they say, by the next time this company have earnings, it should rise to this number. And that's what you call a swing trade. But here's the thing with the swing trade. You're going to go through the ups and downs, because the trade is going to go up and up and up and down. You're going to see your money go from green to red. And it can just not ever get to that number that you set. So it has risks, y'all. It has risks. But here's the thing. What made me lose? Like I said, me not taking profit, me not sticking to my rules. And it was me. It was me. It wasn't the market. Because the market is going to do what it's going to do. You cannot predict the market, as Warren Buffett says. It's just not possible. But you can have an edge, and you can invest smart in certain companies. And you want to do that. That's the key. That is the key. Control your disciplines. The key is to control your disciplines. Don't get too emotional. If you're having a bad day, you don't want to trade that day. If you wake up sleepy, groggy or whatever, do not enter that trade. If your setup has not came, do not force it. Let the trade come to you. That's what you got to do to win that trade. And I promise you're going to make money. I promise you're going to make money. Because I've done it. And I blew money. But once I figured out certain things that I need to figure out, I got my discipline right, I got my rules right, I was able to be more profitable and be more consistent. And that is the key. You want to be consistent when you're trading. Because sometimes when you're trading, if you're not consistent, you would just feel like you don't know what's going on and you'll lose it. But I advise everyone, if you want to get into trading, always start with a mentor or start with a community. Start with some people that can help you and guide you. If you're new, that is the best thing. The best thing. That's how I started. I jumped into a community. I didn't know nothing, but I was asking questions. I just wasn't dormant on the chat and in the Discord. I was like, what does this mean? Why did y'all get that? How does he make this money and all that? So I asked and they told me, because I was new. I didn't know, I was like, and I was thankful because I was able to get, certain knowledge that it would have took me, maybe years to learn. So it's a great thing about jumping in the community and asking questions and talking to someone who knows. That's why I started my Discord community, because I'm in there. All I need people to do is ask questions and I'm going to respond, or I'm going to say, hey, this is that, or post your trade, or let me see what you got. I do have a community in my Discord. I'll leave the link down below if you want to get in there, hop in there, ask questions. But the real thing is being helped, being disciplined, and I believe that you can do it. You can survive in trading. You got to survive the game. So now, as we go into 2026, what are we doing? Two things we got to look at, because the market changes every year. And right now, I believe the market is going to do a little correction, and then it's going to gain up, especially back if everything goes right. We got a new Fed chair that's coming in May, I think. Powell's going to be gone. So he's a little bit favored to cutting rates and cutting on those money printers. And that's good for the market. That's what we want to see. but we gotta have discipline and we gotta have defensive stocks. So you want to focus on those two things. You want to focus on making the right play and getting into the right things that could balance your portfolio. You know, those are key. And I'm gonna tell you like this. The key thing that you want to lock in is being up to date. Use AI. If you know how to use AI to your advantage with trading, it could be awesome. I use it for data. I use it for setups. I use it for my alerts. I use it for my charts, scanning the charts. I create different sets of charts, different sets of presets where I use AI to tell me or signal what is going on. You got to think smarter in 2026 because it's people using algos to trade. It's people getting in and not doing nothing but sitting there and just listening to the bells go off. And they're not actually pressing the buttons trading. So you want to be smart. You want to know how 2026 is going to work. So here's the thing. 2025 taught me what doesn't work. It exposed my weaknesses. So I had to learn from that. And once I learned from that, I know how to move forward and move on. So I am ready for 2026. It's going to be a fantastic market, y'all. And I'll tell you right now, the market is going down. It's going down for a little bit. So we got to position ourselves on the right stocks to get into right now. And it starts now. It definitely starts now. This is day one. You got to look into the market. Find what sectors are going up, what sectors are going down. That's where you find out who and the big money, where they moving it to. But you have to stay tuned because I'm going to do some more videos where I'm going to show you where the big money is moving their money to. So make sure that you're locked in for 2026. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. And if you want to do some trades with me, then hey, I'm going to put the link down below. Let's do some one-on stuff. 90 days to get you green. Let's go.